their options, even though they do have like Shadow Fiend Omni and, you know, Storm Spirit plus any pretty much support that PPD likes to run. But, you know, you always want to be flexible and open and see how C-Deck wants to approach the game.
Okay, and as you were bringing up Dakota, Quap does slip through again, so we'll see if that stays up as a ban or pick or gets banned.
That's what I'm like super surprised about, is Quap making it through, just because EG, they highly prioritize it. They have multiple heroes that can play it, and I think it plays very well against C-Deck.
Yeah, but chose the Tusk and then the Dazzle. Personally, not too surprised that they prioritized the Dazzle in that first phase, but then the Quap slipping through is still...
It seems like a pretty defensive opener from EG. It's like two heroes that have a lot of defensive capabilities. Perhaps the approach from PPD here is no matter what I ban against this team and no matter what they pick, they will be playing aggressively from their safe lane. So if we get defensive supports, maybe he doesn't snowball.
Okay.
Perhaps that's the idea here. Tusk is, of course, a little bit of a hybrid. He can also be played aggressively. But a lot of the times, at least for example, when we've seen PPD play the Tusk, which he definitely won't this game because they have the Dazzle. But
I like the fact that they don't go back to the PPT support Tusk. Again, the Frost Shards trick was cute, but it didn't win them the game, ultimately. Yeah. And it wasn't enough of an impact to justify running unless it's a very specific situation or if Aoi plays it. I was looking at C-Deck's reactions, and they seem very confused. Like, they're not like super relaxed, and they're more like squinting their eyes like, what?
Why did they pass on Queen of Pain and Shadow Fiend? What's happening?
Yeah, I mean, passing on both.
I definitely don't think this is the opener they expected from EG.
There's a Quap for some mail if they want it now.
Yeah, what do you think about the SF ban over the Quap if you're C-Deck?
Radiant minus armor with weave. Just general, I want to say, ability to, like, it's weird to say this because Queen of Pain has ridiculous team fighting potential, but Shadow Fiend is different in the sense that he matches up really well against Gyro in the mid game when he has his BKB, as we've seen. For example, we saw Team Secret against LGD where LGD had IO Tiny as well as a Gyro, and Shadow Fiend just pops BKB and Requiem's in the middle of the fight, and all of a sudden you're actually in a really good position. Requiem is annoying to deal with. The Gyrocopter, he loses half his base damage for Flak Cannon. And
this is getting really interesting.
They actually banned Quap and pick Lina.
Right.
Maybe these teams just decided before the game Quap's not good anymore because it has a really good win rate, always wins its lane, and generally just does well in this tournament, so we don't want it.
Do you think this is partly also just to make sure that if you pick the Quap, C-Deck doesn't go to the Lina as like an auto response? And so SF is already banned.
That's a good point.
Let's just ban the Quap and take the Lina. That way we have some sort of an advantage and also still some flexibility.
There's got to be a TA coming here for Shiki, I think.
Oh, that's a good point. We brought it up before, and we haven't talked about it now.
That's the counter to the counter.
Yeah, but what if they ultra counter? Make Fear, Lina Core, and then pull out a Viper